Karl Popper's The Open Society and Its Enemies is a seminal work in political philosophy that critiques totalitarianism and defends liberal democracy as a framework for an open society. Published in 1945, the book examines the philosophical underpinnings of totalitarian ideologies and traces their roots to influential thinkers like Plato, Hegel, and Marx. Popper argues that these thinkers, through their focus on historicism, the belief in inevitable historical laws, undermine individual freedom by advocating deterministic views that justify authoritarian rule. Popper's central theme is the distinction between open and closed societies. A closed society emphasizes collective norms, rigid hierarchies, and unquestionable authority, often leading to suppression of dissent. In contrast, an open society promotes critical thinking, individual rights, and democratic governance, enabling continuous reform and adaptation. Popper sees democracy as essential to preventing tyranny and protecting individual liberties, as it allows for peaceful transitions of power and the correction of societal errors. The book critiques Plato's ideal state as described in the Republic, characterizing it as authoritarian due to its rigid class divisions and reliance on philosopher kings. Popper challenges Hegel and Marx for their historical determinism, which he argues leads to justification of political oppression. He asserts that history has no predetermined course and that attempts to impose such visions invariably result in suffering and injustice. Popper emphasizes the importance of falsifiability, a concept he developed in the philosophy of science, as a principle for political and social progress. Just as scientific theories must be open to refutation, societies must allow for criticism and revision of policies and institutions. This ensures that errors can be identified and corrected without resorting to violence or coercion. Ultimately, Popper champions a vision of a society that values reason, dialogue, and individual freedom over utopian blueprints or ideological dogmas. He warns against the dangers of uncritical acceptance of grand theories and highlights the need for humility and continuous self-examination in both personal and political life. Life lessons from the open society and its enemies. Beware of utopian ideals. Grand visions of a perfect society often lead to authoritarianism when individuals or groups attempt to impose their ideals on others. Instead, focus on gradual practical improvements to avoid unintended consequences. Value critical thinking and open debate. An open society thrives on the free exchange of ideas and the ability to question authority and traditions. Embrace intellectual humility and engage in constructive dialogue to promote progress and understanding. Challenge historical determinism. Avoid the trap of believing in inevitable historical outcomes or laws that dictate the future. History is shaped by human choices, and individuals have the power to influence its course through their actions. Promote accountability and leadership. Democracy's strength lies in its ability to hold leaders accountable and replace them peacefully. Advocate for systems that enable transparent governance and resist attempts to centralize power. Embrace uncertainty as a path to growth. Just as scientific theories evolve through falsification and testing, personal and societal progress relies on a willingness to adapt and learn from mistakes. View uncertainty as an opportunity for discovery and improvement.